So before we get started, I'm just gonna kind of give a little bit of background on you, and if you feel the need to kind of add on to some of the things that you've done over your lifetime, feel free to. So you're a pro baseball player in the Baltimore Orioles organization. You're a scout for the Houston Astros and Miami Marlins. You're owner instructor at Top Tier Sports Athletics for almost 10 years now. And
Yeah, it's been a while.
yeah, you're a Blast ambassador. And you work with both baseball and softball players.
Yeah,
Did I have
mostly
that right?
softball now, but yes, both.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about how what was your entry point into softball?
Well, it was kind of weird. I would always have one or two kids here and there, but I didn't really know much about softball. I would always hear like the thought process about like, well, they don't swing that way and don't do this. And I just always think like, wow, I don't know how they hit like that, but it was kind of weird. But the kids always did pretty good. And so there was like a big disconnect. And finally, it was actually Pat had his daughter, Mallory, and he was like, man, would you help my daughter? And I was like, man, I really don't want to like do the softball thing. Like it's too much like difference in the way they see things. And he was like, no, man, I'm telling you, like you could help. Just work with her, please. So I started with her and then actually end up following her and helping out with his teams and kind of went from there. And little by little, I was doing a little more here and there. And then next thing you know, I look up and I'm doing a pretty good bit of softball. And honestly, like it wasn't till probably a few years ago that I actually even went out in public. I remember he was like, man, you need to go to Colorado. And I was like, why would I ever do that? you know? And he was like, well, a lot of people are asking, about kids and about stuff. And I think it'd be good for you to go. And so I was like, oh man, like I don't know why I would do it. And so then I went out and met some people and it kind of turned into, some stuff. And then it just kind of grew from there. But from a development standpoint, we've been doing the same thing in baseball like for a long time with some of the best prospects out of Atlanta. Were kids that we had coming up who turned into pretty good players and pros and other things like that.